Hello, welcome to my video tutorial on how to replicate the look of vintage film in Photoshop. Your first step in this process is going to be to just open a photo that you would like to apply the effect to. I chose this particular photo because, well, partly because I really like it, and partly because I just think it's an excellent example of the type of photo that is really going to work for this technique. Some photos are going to work better for this effect than others, and I would advocate experimenting a little bit just to get the hang of what works for your particular style of photography and your personal tastes and what doesn't work. For me, experimentation is a lot of fun, and I learn a lot in the process. So that being said, let's move on to the rest of the tutorial. First step would be to duplicate the background layer. And once you've done that, we're going to create a brightness contrast adjustment layer and turn the contrast to +20, and then create another adjustment layer for hue saturation and change the saturation to +20 as well, and then create a third adjustment layer for curves. And once you've done that, change to the red channel, and you're going to adjust the curve like so. Up in the right hand corner, pull in just a little bit to the left, and then right about here, just a little bit of a curve like so, and then switch to the green channel, and right about here, just a little bit of a curve in, like right about there, and then pull this area back down to the line, and then switch to blue, and in the upper right hand corner, just down to about here, and then lower left to about there, and we're done with the curves adjustments. So at this point, select the background copy layer and go to filter, and then choose convert for smart filters, and this little window will pop up. Just click OK. Once you've done that, go back to the filter menu again and choose lens correction, and you'll see that it pops up by default under auto correction, but we're going to click the custom tab and go to this section here and create a vignette. So change the amount to -100 and the midpoint to +50, and the default is already at +50, so leave it there, and then click the OK button, and then change the opacity of this layer to like 70%. So now we have a nice dramatic contrasty image, but we're definitely not done yet. The next step is to add some colorization. So we're basically going to be toning down what we have right now to create an old vintagey sort of look. So create yet another layer here. Go to hue saturation again, and there's a little box right here. It says colorize. Check that. And in this area here, just going to adjust these sliders until you get a sepia sort of effect that you really like. I tend to like a little bit of a warmer look. I'll turn the saturation down a little bit and leave the lightness where it is. And then once you have it to, well, let's see. Once you have it to the point where you would like it, I think I'm going to turn it up just a tad actually. Turn up the lightness. Okay. Once you have it where you like it, turn the opacity down to, say, 50%. So we're almost done, just about there. There's one little accent that we can add to this that will kind of give it the finishing touch. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of old vintage photos have a bit of a pinkish glow, kind of a look like, I don't know, as if the colors are faded from sitting out in the sun. So to create this look, go to the adjustment layers again and choose solid color. And then choose a really bright magenta sort of color, pink magenta, like so, and click OK. And then change the opacity of this layer to somewhere between 5 and 10%. So I tend to like 5% because it's not too saturated, but you could go to, say, I don't know, you could go to like 10% or so. 10, 11, no difference, and you know it's pretty pink. So I'm going to change it back to 5, and there you have it. We have this beautiful vintage photo. You know, it's just as attractive as the original, but you know, it has that look of being an old faded photo. It's the actual pixels. It still has all the detail, all the contrast. So there you have it.